situation here, man. We got TonyJR in the building, man.
Once upon a time called now. What's happening, bruh?
Man, the
You
king
know?
of the Triple D Funk, bro.
Hey, man, you better know that. That's the rest of that real shit.
Man, for those that are deaf, dumb, stupid, man, been living on the rock, man, go and tell them, man, where you from, bro, and what it is you do in case they don't know.
Well, hello, world. What's happening, y'all? You know, this is my debut interview of real life. I ain't gonna lie, I'm lit. I'm lit to be on this bitch because I used to be the nigga watching it on the TV. Now I'm actually on this bitch. But yeah, what's happening, y'all? I'm TonyJR, Oak Cliff, Texas representative, the king of this thing that I call the Triple D Funk. If y'all from Oak Cliff and y'all want to know where, because everybody from Oak Cliff asks where, I'm off Hampton and Ledbetter. Yeah.
How,
But anyway.
how gangsters happened to live better when you was growing up, man? How?
Hey man, look, I ain't gonna lie. When I grew up, I was like that church kid that was like always in church, and I had homies that was outside. But yeah, we heard some stories like the 7-Eleven on my corner got shot up, but it wasn't a 7-Eleven back then. It was a Texaco on the corner of Hampton and Ledbetter. Like if people from over there, they know that. But
say
yeah,
like this, whenever you hear gunshots, do you get like, as you were a kid, you heard gunshots, were you like, or was it like,
it was more like when you was young, like when you heard them in the backyard, cause like I was a hooper. Like I ain't gonna lie, I was never in the streets like that. So when I was like hooping in the backyard, he like pa 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 pa, and it was normally coming from HT, like Hampton Terrace and shit, or over like at the football field, like on some 4th of July type shit. Now I was like, it's cool, but you get kind of nervous because like if you shooting in the air, you know, bullets ain't got no name. So like we would go inside for a little bit to when it stopped and then come right back outside, you know. Now, I ain't gonna lie, that wasn't bad, but even my boys over here, shout out Lucky 7, shout out AX is my boy. Watch night service, New Year's night in South Dallas, bruh, at 11:55 till about 12:15, pop, pop, like, bruh, it fucking wild. Boom! Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, shit crazy.
nah, for real, for you yourself, as you said, man, you kind of came up in church, man, that musical instinct, was it something that like your family was into, something that you got inclined to early on, or just like later in life you like, man, let me see what this music is about?
Man, I was born into a family of nothing but preachers, singers, and musicians, bro. Like, it was innate. Like, my mother's first cousins are like gospel recording artists, and they have been for like 40 years. Shout out to Texas boys. They done won Dove Awards, Stellar Awards, like the thing. The Williams brothers, Rance Allen, and them. Like, no, my family. And here's my thing: I can sing, but my family, oh, I suck compared to them. Like, I ain't shit compared to them. Them niggas can sing me under the table, like, talking about some from the bellows, like, jaw vibrating, you know what I'm saying?
Ah, look at it. So, you know, we always ask the question as far as when someone started to take the musical career serious. At what point was it for you when you said, and we're gonna get to your accolades and everything you've done.
Yeah, no, it's
but
all
at what point was it for you where you were like, man, I'm gonna actually, you know, kind of go hard with this and take it serious?
Shoot, honestly, bro, I've known what I wanted to do ever since I was 3 years old. Like, I started writing at like 10, like with my boys AX and Lucky and all that. But like, I was about 13, AX was 12, Lucky was 9, and we was like, we had a group back in the day, or what we called a group. We used to like write rhymes and shit. We've been recording since then too. But then like I went to college, played ball in college and all that shit. But after I left school, I was like, you know what, bro? I wasn't meant to do nothing else but music. Like, I was in school trying to coach and shit after I got hurt playing college ball and all that stuff. And then I was like, bro, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, quit school and went right straight to the music on some shit.
That's real. Now, when it comes to going to the music, and you know, it's funny because it does seem like, you know, every young black kid's dream is either to get into sports or get into the music business.
Facts.
It sounds like you were almost, you know,
In both.
in both.
In
Yeah,
both.
you're almost fucking with both. And then after you landed in music, and you actually didn't go the gangster rap route, the drill music route, the thukas route. You went a different route, man. You really went to the funk side of things, man, which is Dallas is not really known for that sound in itself as far as, you know, Dallas has a particular sound. That's more of a Bay Area, maybe, you know, DMV area type of vibe. What made you get to that genre of music?
So, I ain't gonna correct you, but like I don't know if you know the group Yarborough and Peoples back in the day. They was from Dallas. Like Houston song Tops Down. Tops be dropping, tops be dropping down in Houston. That's Yarborough and Peoples. They from Dallas. It's don't you stop it,
That's
don't
real.
you stop, don't stop the music.
I didn't know that. See, I'm learning.
Oh yeah, nah. So they was
like
on some R&B groovy funk shit back then. But I mean, in my house, like I was around like in the church, so it's like. In my house, I couldn't listen to nothing but gospel music or old school music. And I was put on the old school music at an early age. Like when I was young, I didn't go to daycare. I stayed at my grandma's house. And my uncles, my aunts, they always kept their records at, my grandma's house. Like, and I would be there with nothing to do. I used to call vinyl records frisbees. Like I didn't know what the hell they were. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. The first time I fell in love with funk, I was like 5 or 6. And I picked up my aunt's Parliament Funkadelic Funkadelic album. That's the one that got Flashlight on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, Grandma, how you play this frisbee? She's like, it's not a frisbee, it's a vinyl record. And I'm like, all right. So she put it on, and I'm like, she's like, what song you want to hear? And I didn't know none of the songs, so I could read. So I was like, oh, Flashlight. That sounds like a dope, nice song. And she put it on and said, I'm like, what is this? Bro? Like, this is that shit. So then I was like, yeah, bro, this is what I want to do. Now, I ain't going to lie. Like, when you young, like, I was born in 89, so I was, like, 13 and, like, 03. So, like, you always had them rap dreams because, like, rap was the shit back then. Like, this was, like, the golden age. Like, you know what I mean? When rap was really booming, niggas getting money. He's like, oh, shit, and these niggas really rhyming. So my whole thing wasn't even really the money. I just love the music. So, like, I would be writing, like, and I ain't going to lie, when I first started writing my rhymes, it was, like, 80s type Run DMC, like kick off, shoot, jump on the top.
He's going back to like that's the easiest raps. The easiest.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, I lived and thrived in that hoe. Like it was all right, whatever. But after that, I was like, you know what? Nah, singing is more my thing, and I like became like, if I could name a trio like that, my trio is kind of like 213, Snoop, Nate, and Warren. Yeah. Or like I'm more like the Nate dog. Like Lucky is the Snoop, and then you got. AX is like the Warren G producer type shit. So, I just leaned into singing, and I just kept singing. Like, me and my boys been singing gospel choirs on wine competitions and shit. So, it's like, it's just been innate,
I'm curious, what would you say, in your opinion, is probably the greatest funk song to exist of all time?
We can't even do it like that, bro. Like,
give me maybe a top 3 if you can.
All right, you got Eddie Hazel's California Dreamin'.
Okay.
Go look that song up.
Okay.
You got Time Slips Away by the Ohio Players.
Okay.
That's a groovy ass one.
Yeah.
And I gotta go with Parliament on this next one. So you gotta be like Mothership Connection, where Dr. Dre got Let Me Ride from. You know what I mean? Or, you know what? Rump of Steel Skin. That whole off of the Parliament Motor Booty Affair album.
Oh man,
that shit right there.
That boy know what he talking about.
If that hoe don't get you dancing, I don't know what will, bro.
Man, as far as being an artist, you're also behind the scenes. As far as of course, you do your own songwriting. Some people say it's a dying art as far as to be able to write your songs. You got your producer and stuff. Write your songs, put it out, because a lot of people do take ideas from others. But you do the songwriting. Do you songwrite not only for yourself, but do you songwrite for others as well?
I mean, I have. I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes I don't know if it's the competitiveness of Dallas or people just wanting to get it on their own. But like sometimes people don't just trust other people like writing their other shit as far as like getting the credibility for it or whatever. But I mean, for some, like I've collabed with some artists, but I wouldn't say I've necessarily like just wrote for an artist. I would like to, because I mean my songwriting skills is dope, and like
facts.
I write songs that sometimes I can't even sing because it's not my key. But, I got to get it down. So, if there are any singers out there, hey, holla at me. I got songs for you.
Definitely, man. As far as your accolades, man, even before we touch on the actual accolades that even I'm aware of, have you worked with any other artists in Dallas coming up, or have you, outside of, people that people may know, have you tapped in with any features yet, or are you just kind of been building up your catalog yourself?
I mean, I'm always building up my catalog for myself, but I work with artists like Lucky 7. I work with Capital JR. He a rapper from Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
I work with Kevin Kev, the singer, he's a New Orleans cat, but he moved to Dallas. My boy Devontae Thornton, Taylor Morgan, Jasmine Barnes, who's a classical composer and world-renowned singer herself. Shout out to Jasmine Barnes. Like, yeah, so Dev, the singer, Torin, he just moved to LA, but yeah, he's a rapper from Dallas as well. So yeah, I've done a few things,
Man, that's real, man. As far as what you've done and what you've accomplished with your music, man, you was able to get your music on, a show that is actually nominated for Emmy, correct?
Yes. Shout out to Washed, the Emmy-nominated show on Amazon Prime. Like, that was nothing but God, bro.
Yeah, man, that right there, for those that are sitting at home and wonder, like, outside of getting their songs, streaming on Apple Music, a lot of people do wonder how do songs reach, like, shows where, I got a partner who just got a song on Bel Air.
Hey, that show is that shit.
Man, that's that shit, bro.
Bruh.
That's that shit.
Man, I've been tuned in, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta leave in the morning to go to South by Southwest. When it drops at 1 in the morning tonight, I am on that shit.
He on that shit,
I
man.
ain't missing that shit for nothing.
Yeah, shout out my partner Mozzie, man. He's actually he got featured on the last episode when
what song?
Yeah, I think when they came, what's the thing got brought out on stage, DJ Jazzy Jeff and Will was on stage.
Hard.
That was him. So my partner Mozzie was.
That shit hard.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Shout out to the king.
Yeah,
bro.
now
That's
for
fire.
real. How does one get to a point? Is it just a phone call you get saying, "Hey, we want to use your music," or like how does that work, or is it submitted
right.
somewhere?
So this story, like when I tell you, it was nothing but God, bro. So like I was being represented by this lady named Catherine Gilbert. Shout out, Kat. What up, Kat? She was actually like watching, just different things on Instagram, and she saw that Washed was having a rap party for their season 1, and she was like, "Yo, it's downtown. You want to go?" I was like, "Hell yeah, fuck it, let's go. Why not?" And when we went down there, we was like, all right. She was a white lady, so I was like, all right, we're gonna play this. We're gonna play it cool. We're not gonna be the ones that's up in your face. So when we got down there, they was all down in the basement of this apartment building downtown by City Hall, and it was like couches, space over here for food, and over here was a pool table. And Kat was like, we just gonna work the room. We ain't gonna be overzealous. We just gonna do what we do. So unbeknownst to the people there, my dad's side of the family is from Atlanta.
Yeah.
We play pool. So I said, oh, bet, I know exactly what I'm finna do. All the actors over there playing pool, I'm just finna bust their ass at pool real quick.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they find out who they ask who I am while she go over here talk to the big wigs and shit. So she goes over to talk to Jared Couch. Shout out Jared Couch. That dude is a phenomenal screenwriter, showrunner, all that. And she was talking to the director of music, Marcus Long. Shout out Marcus Long. What's up, bro?
Definitely.
And, she was over there talking to them, and I'm over there playing pool, and I'm beating there. And they're like, who is this dude? And then she brings them over there, and then some of the actors are like, yo, Jared, who's this dude that's gonna bust everybody at pool, da-da-da-da. And then that's when I just introduced myself. What's up, Jared? I'm TonyJR. I love what you were doing with, Wash Season 1, and I was wondering, if there's any way I can get my music on, Season 2 or whatever. And, he was like, well, you can talk to my guy Marcus Long. We chopped it up for a little bit, and he's like, yo, you can submit it to this website. He's like, you can submit 3, but we normally, take only 1. And I ended up submitting 3, and they took all 3.
Damn, that is crazy.
Yeah, bro. Peace and blessings.
It was more so just a chance meeting.
It's more so stepping out on faith, even though you don't know what's gonna happen.
And I want to preach that to the young guys out there. As far as an artist, when you're in a room, there ain't no such thing as being humble. There ain't no such thing as being subtle. You kind of gotta, like. Just imagine all the people that's in the room like, oh, is that what's the name? Like, oh, I want to go talk to him.
There's a way.
You end up not talking to him. You end up not going to chop it up with him, and you don't even know what opportunity you missed.
There's a way of flexing and going about it the right way. Like, you ain't gotta be up in no niggas' face telling them, yeah, I done this, I done this, I done that. Like, it ain't about that, bro. Who are you as a person first?
There you
know
go.
what I'm saying? Because like most deals are done basically because you just good people. Like, don't get me wrong, you have to have a mind for what you're doing and all that, but who are you as a person before that? You know what I'm saying? Who are you working with? Like, are you a fuck boy? Are you a thought? No disrespect to anybody thought, and do your thing.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You got to know your personnel, who you working with type stuff. And in order to build that, I got to get to know you. You know what I mean? Like, even when I came to you, bro, the first thing I said, you wasn't like, yo, I want to do this, I want to do that. I gave you your props for all the episodes that I don't watch. And I'm like, it's an honor to even be here, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Mind how you step, for real.
Nah, for sure.
I gotta ask you, man. Since you are on a Emmy-nominated show, man. I mean, do you walk with your chest out? I mean, do you start leaving females on red on the DMs now? Like, listen, I'm on another level now. Goddamn it! I mean, how does it change?
I mean, it ain't even that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It kind of fucked me up in a good way and a bad way. Cause like, when I saw that they were nominated, I'm like, oh, that's fucking lit. Like, nigga from the cliff just on an Emmy-nominated show. Like, this is one of the things I done dreamed of. Like, that's part of the EGOT when you get the Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, and the Tony. I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm 4 away if they win, you know, type
there,
shit.
yeah.
You know? But at the same time, I was still living back home in the cliff, like on some Mary J. Blige when she said she had the #1 album in the country. She's still living in the projects type shit.
Yeah.
So it was like an eye opener. Like, even some niggas who be getting these accolades and stuff, they might not be in the place that they want to be themselves yet. So it definitely made me hungrier, but it's like, nah, nigga, we need to go harder. Because, like, I want to be putting these plaques up in my own crib, not just at the house back in the cliff. You know, nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, you want more, you know?
Definitely. No, I totally understand, man. As far as what you have planned on, you know, going off of this momentum, the cities where it's at right now, you know, we're almost fiending for something fresh, something new, and that's why I'm kind of glad you're sitting right here because, you know, you're the essence of that. What do you have as far as in the tuck coming up to feed the fans and feed the people?
Well, shoot, for those who don't know me, I got 2 albums out already, a whole bunch of singles and an EP. So I got like 20-something songs y'all can catch up on while I'm working on this new stuff. But I got this new project coming out. I'm thinking about either dropping it in like April or May, like early summer type joint. It's a subgenre of Triple D funk, and I call it Stone and B, just R&B music that you can just smoke to, kind of like cannabis driven, like concept type shit. But just some kickback, groovy, vibey stuff, kickback, lay up with your loved ones, you know what I mean? Just enjoy, be on the backyard, be at the beach, smoke anywhere, you know? Or in the words of Nate Dogg, hey,
For real, R.I.P. Nate Dogg, man. That was a blow.
I ain't gonna lie.
That
One
was
of the biggest compliments I ever got, bro. Like, somebody was like, hey, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie. You sound like a down south Nate Dogg. And I was like, bruh.
Right when I heard you come on, I'm like, bro, you sound like you right there in Long Beach, bro. For real, bro. Like,
hey, bro, look. Snoop said it like this, bro. Every genre of music has a forefather, and every genre of music has that generation to take it to the next level. So just like P-Funk was an extension of G-Funk, Triple D-Funk is an extension of P-Funk, G-Funk, just with a southern influence. Like, you hear your Outkast, organized noise type drums and shit. You hear your UGK organs type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a culmination and a melting pot, bro. It's like, you can't lose. It's just vibe, bro.
It's real. Speaking of Triple D-Funk, man, is there any other funk artists out here that either we need to be aware of or that you're working with? Because we don't, you know, some people ain't tapped into that market.
All right, so like in Deep Ellum, like there's a place called the Freeman Cafe. Shout out to the Freeman.
Yeah.
They got a lot of bands like The Found plays there. They're a dope band with funk driven. Randy McGill and the Eclectic with my boy Devontae Thornton. Oh my God, there's another one I'm forgetting. Oh, y'all charge it to my head, not my heart. But this is cold dude. Yeah. His name is Dre, and he plays synthesizer, and he got a band. I forgot the name of their band, but man, they did this rendition of September by Earth, Wind and Fire. I was grooving just looking at the Instagram, bro. Like,
damn,
and all that shit, bro.
That's when you know it's real.
Hell yeah.
That's when you know it's real. Are you on TikTok heavy? On your social media heavy?
I'm on my Instagram heavy. I gotta get better with my Twitter. That was more back when I was in college type shit, but I gotta get on that hoe. I do have a TikTok. All of my music, y'all can follow me at TonyJR _music, TonyJR _music. You know what I mean? Yeah, but yeah, I'm on that though.
Definitely, man. You got any shout outs you want to give?
Oh man, shout out to my boy AX, you know what I'm saying? My boy Lucky 7, my boy OC, my little shawty, she know who she is, you know, we ain't dropping names, so I don't want the ladies to get mad at me. Shout out I Owe the Mute, Fall 13, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm still repping the frat out here. know what I'm saying? Shoot, shout out God always, who's the center of my life. Shout out my family, who's the reason why I do this. My mom, my pops, my family back in Atlanta. Like, what's up with it, you know? And if I missed anybody, again, charge it to my head, not my heart. I'm excited as fuck right now, so I might have missed y'all. Oh, shout out Taylor Morgan. Before my twin get mad at me, Jesus Christ. My best friend Sid. What up, Sid? You know what I mean? We here, baby. You know what I mean? Yeah, all right, that's enough for now.
You teach Kung Fu?
I do teach Kung Fu.
How many niggas could you whoop?
Man,
At
why
one
everybody
time.
ask me this question? So, bruh, like,
Have you seen Batman? Would it be like some Batman shit where you be like, Shifu?
seafood.
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 Yeah, you knew he
All right,
knew.
hold on, I'm gonna put you on game. Seafood is Chinese for master. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. Yeah. So yeah. So shout out to my seafood. Shout out to all my Kung Fu brothers and sisters. Y'all know who y'all are. Kung Fu Kenny, what up, bro? You know.
How far did you get up in the belts?
I'm at blue fringe right now, so that's 4 away from black, and I've only been doing it for a year and some change.
Is there anybody ass in UFC that you would love to kick just from watching them?
Honestly, UFC is different.
I know it's different. I'm just saying.
It's different, but I'm
have
like,
you seen somebody that you're like, man, I could whoop that?
hell no. Honestly, like, the more you, and honestly, bro, the more you learn, the more you low-key don't want to fight, bro. Because, like, the shit we learn, like, no, bro, Kung Fu literally means time and energy, bro. So it's, like, really, like, a spiritual, like, mental discipline, too. But, like, it's like if I do a move like this, and come like that, you think I'm doing some choreography, but all that shit is a strike. This is a strike to the throat. This is an elbow to the face. This is a back fist to the face. Like, then I can hit you with the crane shit. I can do the beak. That's for the eye gouge. If y'all seen Kill Bill Part 2, that's the crane beak. Yeah, like, it's some shit, bro. Like,
So are you open palm or closed fist?
honestly, we all of that, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. My seafood, like, fucked my head up one time. We did this combination where you did, like, a fujiao here with a half fist with the left hand and then another with this. And he was like, y'all don't even realize you did a variation of a fist. I was like, what you mean? He said, here, and here. I said, God damn, dog. Like, fuck boxing, dog. I love fucking Kung Fu, dog. I grew up watching Kung Fu movies, too. So it's just like, you know, that was my shit.
So do you still keep the glizzy though? Nah, I'm just fucking with you.
You know what I'm saying? It may not be on me, but my niggas definitely got that hoe,
Yeah,
for
sure,
sure.
for sure.
For sure.
It's somewhere, goddammit. Man, well, you already know what it is, man. TonyJR, man. It's, hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. For you to be able to say you was a fan of this thing, watch other artists rise, and then be able to come here and sit yourself, man, to tell your story. And again, we gotta have you make sure you come back.
Oh, what?
Don't
For
ever
sure.
get too lit to forget. You know what I'm saying? The more
Hey,
you
bro,
rise,
I'm trying to be like Boosie on Vlad TV. That nigga is back all the time.
time.
I'm trying to be like that reoccurring. I'm trying to be like Hakeem on Moesha with y'all niggas.
Yeah. Nah, for real. Well, you already know what it is, man. TonyJR, man. I gotta say, man, you are a real life street star, man.
Hey, appreciate it,
salute,
man. God is good. Shout out Reallyfe Street Stars, nigga. Move. Hey.